Hey guys, it's Chiquita with KandiSparklez. Thank you so much for joining our YouTube channel. This is our first video. I'm excited. We normally go live, and so you guys get all the bloopers and everything. This gave me a chance to edit out some of that stuff. But I wasn't able to edit out my mini wardrobe changes because it took me a few days to get all this done, because we had so much going on. But I hope you guys enjoy the video. This video is our glitter cosmetic organizer or jewelry organizer, whatever you want to call it. It's so cute. And the best part about it, the glitter is not going to get on your client's hands or your hands if you're making it for yourself. So I just can't wait to share this with you guys. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel and also click the little bell so you'll get notifications about our upcoming videos. Thank you, and let's get with it. So today what we have for you, or over the next few days for me, what I have for you is the tutorial on how to make the glittered cosmetic organizer. I got glitter all over my face, but hey, it's the nature of the business. So I'm going to show you. This is pretty much still unfinished, still working, but this is a glitter cosmetic or jewelry organizer, whatever you would like to call it. This is what we are going to be working on. The trays, of course, are missing because they are drying, but anyway, so I'll show you finished product before the end of this tutorial. So what you will need for this tutorial, you're gonna need your trays. I purchased these at the Dollar Tree, so I would do a minimum of 6 trays. And you also need the little pieces on the top. As you can see, the other one, this is the other one I saw, but whichever ones you want to use. I do want to point out this particular one is pretty much a perfect fit on top of the trays. This one is not, but you know, they can lay their makeup brushes or eyeliners or something in the center, or just leave it blank or empty. Leave it blank, leave it empty. Okay, so you have your trays. You will need your E6000, is that the right way? Yes, E6000, or whatever adhesive that you like to use that can bond your acrylic. You also want Tacky spray or Podge. It's totally up to you. I love the Tacky spray. It was a lot faster. I just like the Tacky spray, and I use the Podge for like tight spaces or little pieces that I may have missed. I use the Podge. You need your glitter. I use art glitter. The one in the tutorial is pink champagne, and my apologies for looking. I just want to make sure nobody's coming in the door behind me. You always want some alcohol, and you want to make sure that your alcohol is at least 91%. Do not buy the Dollar Tree alcohol that's only 50%. It's not real alcohol. You are also going to need, which I need to label this, you're going to need your glitter concoction, or I call it glitter concoction. It's a sealer. So your glitter sealer. This is a KandiSparklez or the Candy Glitter Sealer. I will tell you more about how to order this, or whatever you want to use. If you want to use polyacrylic to seal, or the spray, or the crystal clear glaze, whatever you want to use, this works perfectly. I love this. And if you are using the KandiSparklez glitter sealer, then you're going to want to use some Podge, and I'll tell you more about that too later. So we have all of our supplies, everything that we're going to need. Oh, I forgot something. You're also going to need spray paint. So you want to use a spray paint to match whatever color you are glittering your tray, your cosmetic organizer. You want some spray paint. So the first thing that you want to do is you want to adhere your trays together. So let's get this. Okay. So this is where I have 4 together, but you want at least 6. I believe at least 6. It looks nice with 6 and even more. But in order to glue these together, I take my E6000 and I just glue around the top one. Glue all the way around. If I can find a drawer. And then I just stick it, I line it up, and I adhere it to the top. Okay. Now I do one side, one set of 3 stacked, the other set of 3 stacked. I let those dry for at least an hour. Usually I'm working on something else. I let those dry. Then I come back, and after those have adhered, about an hour or so, I then bond them together. So I do 3 on one side, 3 on the other side, and then I go and put these 2 together. And I lay it on the side. I lay it sideways like this to dry. I don't know why, I just do. And I also take a piece of painter's tape from the top all the way around the bottom to just kind of make sure that it's level, that it doesn't move, and I just put it aside. I do recommend letting this dry, I would say at least overnight, 6-7 hours at least, so you can get a good bond before you start adding your spray paint. Once you have your structure put together, just the 6 trays, not these pieces, just the 6 trays. Once you have these put together, I take them and I spray paint them. I spray paint the side, the back, and the top. I did not spray paint the bottom of this tray. I did not spray paint the bottom. Well, I need to clean this off, but I did not spray paint the bottom. You can if you want to spray paint the bottom. I just felt it was a waste of supplies because it's going to be on the counter. Nobody's going to see the bottom, but I guess you could spray paint the bottom if you want it to be more uniformed, and it may give a more professional look if you want to spray paint the bottom. I just didn't do this one. So once you spray paint your sides, you let it dry. Spray paint doesn't take very long to dry. I would say within an hour or sooner. I usually sit mine in front of a fan, let it dry, go back to get it. Once I spray paint it, then we are ready to build. Okay. I do want to say, when spray painting these particular trays, I do like to cover the top. You can put tape or paper, or you want to cover the top or find a way to hold it so you don't get paint on the inside here. Okay, because we want to keep this as clear and as clean as possible. So you just want to spray paint your sides, just the pieces that you're going to glitter, so we can leave this clear. So if you can see on this one, the inside is all still clear and clean. I just spray painted the glitter pieces. Okay. And another reason you don't want to attach these just yet is because you can't get in on the sides. Okay, you can't get to the sides. So you want to get the inside, because for this there is a little space. Now if you're working with a set that's like a perfect fit, maybe you're using 2 of these, or they have those other little boxes that hold cotton balls, maybe you're using those and they're a perfect fit, then I would go ahead and adhere the entire, assemble the entire stand, because you don't have to worry about that break in the center. Okay, so we have all of our pieces, we have glued our pieces together, we've talked about spray painting, and so now it is time to get into actually painting or glittering our structure. Okay, so this is what it looks like once it has been glittered. Spray painted, sorry about that. So I didn't do the bottom. There's no need, I don't think, to do the bottom. Okay, spray paint. Not really worried about it because I'm going to glitter over it. If I was going to leave this spray painted, which I probably never will, I would probably just do more coats of paint. I probably did a better job cleaning it off before my spray painting to try to minimize that, that ashy looking. But I use a metallic gold paint. The color glitter that I'm going to use for this is a pink champagne, camera's up there, by Art Glitter. Okay. It's a really pretty color. I wanted to do a silver and a gold, but when I was looking through my glitters, I saw this pink champagne. I just thought I would go for it. So I have this. I have just a piece of paper to catch my glitter on. And I have my newfound love. This is my new boyfriend right here. This Tacky spray paint. Tacky glue. I'm messing up everything today. But this is a Tacky spray glue. Love, 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 love this product. It's about 10 bucks, $9.50 at Michael's. Use your coupon. I went today. I almost had to fight them. But anyway, so I'm just going to shake it up. I have a big trash can. So I just hold it this way. And I'm just going to spray. Hopefully you guys will be able to see the spray. Pardon all my background stuff. But hopefully you guys will be able to see the spray. And I'm just going to shake, and I'm just going to spray inside the trash can. And try to get a good coat. And you can see it when you're spraying, and you can see it wetting. And I probably should have covered. Okay. And so you can see it's nice and saturated. I'm going to get my pink champagne here that I have not yet used. So pretty. I hope this combination I got here works. And I'm just going to glitter. I should have got a bigger piece of paper. So I'm just going to pour this glitter on here. I'm just really in a Tyrese type of mood today. Gonna bang off my excess glitter. See? It's pretty already. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and get the other side. Same process. Spray. You guys see that? Just going back and forth motion. I want to kind of get in a trash can so I don't get glue all on my carpet, my shoes. I got my Uggs on. Bad idea. So pretty. Let me pause for just a second. Reclaim my glitter here. Okay, that's good, that's good, that's good. Okay. So now I want to get the back. So what I'm doing this on the back, I'm only going to do 1 coat of glitter. The sides, I'm going to hit it with 2 coats before I seal it. The good thing about this spray glue, you can kind of see spots that you missed. Okay. Get a better handle on this thing. I do not own the rights to this music. I guess I should have said that at the beginning. I'll be sure to put that at the top of my video so it doesn't get banned. Woo. Okay, so I'm looking at the back. See where you can kind of see the gold through there. So let me see if I spray a little more. Maybe it dried? I don't know. So I just sprayed some more glue. I really only want to do 1 coat of glitter on the back. Alright, well, by the time I'm done, I'm going to be at 2 coats, right? Alright. Off my excess. So, there's the back. One side, the other side. Kind of see it's a little shy of glitter, but I'm not going to, well, I am going to go ahead and add some more right now. So when I do my second coat, okay, that's better. Okay, so I'm going to sit. All right, I'm back. That was almost epic. Okay, so there we go. So now I'm going to do the top, but let me go back and reclaim my glitter here. Pause. That's fine for now. I'll worry about the rest of it later. Okay, so now I'm going to get the top. Try not to get the insides, but it's okay because it would have dried by the time I put my glitter on the inside. I mean my drawers on the inside, so I'm not going to worry about it too much. Kind of want to shake this around on the top. Make sure I got it all covered. Looks good. Definitely gonna need it. Well, maybe not, because I'm gonna have something sitting on top, so I may put a second coat just for the sake of second coats. But you know, I brought gloves to use gloves and I didn't use them. I recommend putting gloves on so your fingers don't look like this. You have glitter everywhere. So I'm gonna sit this aside now. We're gonna let this dry. And then I'm going to come back and I'll show you 1 or 2 of the trays. I glitter the trays. Same process. I may not even do that. Same process. Glitter your trays. and glitter the top pieces. These pieces from the Dollar Tree. Everything so far is from the Dollar Tree, with the exception of glitter and glue. So for these, I think to keep it cleaner, I did it for the silver, but what I noticed on the silver, when I use a spray glue, I was a bit messier. So there's glue all in here. I got to figure out how to clean that out. So I think for the sake of keeping it neat and professional, I'm going to go old school Mod Podge and do in Mod Podge the rest of this piece to keep me from getting the glue and glitter on the inside. Okay, so I know you guys know how to Mod Podge and glitter, so I'm not going to even show you that piece. But, you know, Mod Podge and a paintbrush and glitter. So I'm going to reclaim my glitter, and I will be back once I get ready to put it all together. So trays are dry, so as you can see, same thing as with the bigger piece. So I'm just going to spray, and I'm just going to do one of these because it's the same process. Spray. Spray glue. I think I got a little too much on here, but it'll be okay. And I'm gonna cover it. The glitter. Shake off the excess. A little bit more on the side here. Okay. There you have it. Set it aside. Hey, okay, so back here, it is time to attach the top pieces because I'm about to head out of the studio for the night and get back on this tomorrow. So I'm just going to take a little alcohol, and I just want to clean off the bottoms. So you can still see some glitter in there, but I'll get on the inside out. But I just want to kind of clean off whatever's on the bottom. And I don't really know that this step is major because when I stick it on top, you're going to see through and see glitter anyway. So it's not that big a deal. But just because, clean this off. Okay. So I thought about, sorry about that. I'll come back to it in just a second. So I thought about attaching these after I put my polyacrylic, put my sealer on. I'm trying to get this cotton pad. I probably should use a piece of paper instead of cotton pad. But I thought about using a sealer. Using a sealer before I attaching them. But because I want this to be finished on tomorrow, I'm going to go ahead and attach these and then do my polyacrylic tomorrow. So I'm just going to clean off just whatever glitter may have gotten in here. So reason being is because when I attach them on the insides, I'm sorry, I'm pausing. When I attach these on the insides, like once they're attached like this inside's not really going to be used that much, so I'm not, you know, too worried about them being have the acrylic on it. I am going to put some in there, get a brush and try to get, you know, a little bit in there. I may even use a spray for the insides just to get it covered, but I'm not as worried about it. So this is how I'm going to attach these. I want to try to get them as straight as possible. And in the center, it's a little space. So if you want yours to touch, you know, you can make them touch however you want it to do, but I like the little space in the center. I honestly wish that they lined up perfectly, but they don't. But I just want to line them up. And I'm going to get my handy dandy E6000 over here, which I am about out of. This tube anyway. So, okay. So when my E6000 gets little holes on the side, I get my painter's tape. And I try to repair my hole, and I just stick my painter's tape on here to keep it from oozing out on my fingers. So that's why you see some at the bottom. It's a little something I do. Okay. Music in the background. I did not have the rights. Why do they make us do that? They know we don't have the rights to the music. But anyway, okay. So let me go ahead. Where are my pliers? Okay, I was able to get it. So I'm going to start this side. I'm just going to put my E6000 around the edge. Okay. Just going to try to line this up as perfectly as I can get it. Goes over a little bit. Isn't that something? This one is a little bigger than the actual tray, and this one is smaller. But that's Dollar Tree for you. And I just want to make sure that I have it lined up as flush as possible, straight as possible. More so in the front than the back. So I guess if I turn this around, you can kind of see the front. I want to make sure that it's more lined up on the front than the back, because this is what's going to be visible. The back is probably going to be against the wall. I honestly started not to even put glitter on the back, but my mom's like, oh, go ahead and do a coat. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and do this piece. This one is a little more tricky because it's like open here. So I am going to get on this edge. A little bit on the edges, but I'm running out of glue. This should still be enough to get me through. But I'm going to focus to put more on the front where this is flat here. And a little more, well, not completely flush, but it's better than the side. So I'm going to put a little more here. Okay. I'm going to turn this around because I don't want to mess it up. And I'm going to put on the end. So good thing here is if I get some excess glue on the back, it's too easy to go back with some glitter. This looks a little crooked in the front. Okay. Alrighty, so there you have it. We have the I don't know why I can't talk. We have the jewelry box, cosmetic organizer, the trays. We have it glittered. Now it is time to do the sealer. So I'm going to be using my little concoction, which I will tell you guys about a little later. But my concoction, I have a 1/2 ounce. I don't know if you guys can see. Probably not. It's all white. But there's a 1/2 ounce in this cup. I'm just going to add a few drops of water to the concoction. And I'm going to stir it up. Make sure I don't have any other color glitter on here. I also have my handy dandy paintbrush. I use this to apply my concoction. So here we go. I'm just going to do a few drops of water, maybe 5 or 6. Okay, that was more like a pour, but just a little bit of water. I thin it out just a little bit because it gets really thick. So add a little bit of water. Okay. I'm going to add, I think that's fine. Okay, just a little bit of water. I'm going to stir it up, kind of like mixing epoxy. I just want to make sure that I mix it up really, really well. I'm not really worried about air bubbles or anything like when we're dealing with epoxy. You guys will be able to purchase the concoction. This concoction, it's not the least expensive thing on the market. It's kind of pricey to make. So I will have prices and stuff for you guys shortly. You can purchase it by the ounce or by 8 ounces. Well, I'm sorry, 1, 4, or 8. Okay. I'm gonna set this aside. So I have my little concoction, have my handy dandy brush. This that I made, I used a 1/2 ounce of the concoction and a little bit of water. This is enough to cover the entire cosmetic organizer. So I'm going to start with my trays. They're good and dry. So I'm just going to get a little bit on my paintbrush. Just a little bit. Not very much. Can you guys see that? I keep forgetting the camera's up here. I'm not sure if you guys can see. But just a little bit on my paintbrush. And I'm just going to paint it on. It is going to kill the shine initially. It does dull the shine just a little bit, not a whole lot. So I'm just going to paint this on here.
He's already gone through puberty, and his father's had the same condition his entire life. Look, if you had weight to lose, I would advise diet and exercise. But your kid doesn't have a weight problem.
I did not put anything on here before I put the concoction. I just glittered, let it dry.
He's a dude with breasts, and he's heading for high school, and there's no reason he should be subjected to the cycle.
Kind of had other stuff going on, so it dried overnight. I'm just getting a little bit, not much. I'm sorry, camera's up here. And painting on here. Make sure I get my little handle.
Any other questions?
Go across the bottom, the sides. And you can tell when you have it all covered because it's white. So, and you can see if you see sparkly glitter left. So, as you can see, I'm not sure if you guys can really tell, but, well, let's do this. Now you can see the difference. I just covered the sides. So you can tell if you missed a spot. Okay, I'm going to do this to all the trays. Okay, let's jump into sealing our structure. So I'm just using my little handy dandy paintbrush. My concoction is already mixed. This is my sealer that I'm using. Just get a little bit on the brush. Okay. So the one thing that I did that I don't want you guys to do, and I'm just going to kind of paint this. There we go. It's a good angle. That I don't want you guys to do is I put these together before I sealed it. And so the issue with that is I had a hard time getting in the center here. But where there's a will, there's a way. And as you guys can see now, you just see the glitter just comes off easily. That won't happen when I get the sealer on here. Notice in the back, the glitter looks a little, like right here I can tell it's kind of thin. I only did one coat of glitter in the back. tough part because I attached the top before I sealed it. I gotta try to get up in there. So the brushes that I'm going to use, I'm gonna use this little fan brush. I love this little brush. I got glitter everywhere. So I'm gonna use this little fan brush. I'm gonna start with this one. Gonna get my little concoction on here. I'm just gonna kind of go in here and kind of get the little base here at the bottom. I'm trying not to scrape the sides so I don't scrape glitter off if I can help it. Okay, so I got the sides. I'm also gonna tip this. Well, I just touched the back. That wasn't very smart. I'm gonna get in here. I'm just trying to get what I can with the big brush. See? Okay. So I'm going to switch brushes. I'm going to go to my fan brush. And I'm going to get some on here. And I'm just going to take my fan brush and I'm just going to spread it in, as you can see. And you can see it as you're putting it on here. You can see the color, you know, kind of change. You can see if you missed a spot. Okay. That side's all covered. Now let me get the other side. So I'm going to turn it around this way so I can have a better view of it. Just doing what I can to get in there. Try to cover as much as I can. I don't remember if I got that piece, so let's just get it again. Just painting this in here the best that I can. That's a good angle. Just trying to look to see what still looks shiny, what's not white looking. Okay, I think I got it all. Okay. Alrighty, so we are going to set this aside. I think I got all the pieces. I'm going to set this aside and let it dry. And when I come back, we should have a finished product when I'm back. Well, no, I'll show you before I finish it how I clean up the little edges, the little glitter that got around the edges. Okay, you see that? Okay, these are the trays after they have been sealed. Did I seal these? Yeah, after they've been sealed. So I just want to take the tape off. What was most important to me was that the inside of my tray was clean. It's not sticky. The little glitter that's on the bottom, I can clean that off. So I'm just going to take these off. So I'm just going to take all these off and show you guys the process on how I clean these trays. And also show you that there is no glitter spillage. Tape. want to show you guys how I clean the tray. So we've moved it off. So I just take my big paintbrush and I try to brush off the excess glitter. Try to brush away as much as I possibly can, which I think I did a pretty good job there. So I take, let me find a non-glittered surface. So I take paper towel. I was using cotton ball, but the cotton pad gets caught up on the glitter. So I just get a paper towel and with alcohol. And I just try to clean it off with alcohol. Not try, but I clean it off with alcohol. If you use acetone on these trays, they're going to turn cloudy. So I use alcohol. There you have it. I let it dry. Now the bottom, you can see it got a little glue, but not really a big deal. If you want to get rid of that, you can get your X-Acto knife and you can scrape it off. And see, it just comes, it will come right off. Give it a little elbow grease, not too much elbow grease, and scrape it off. I'm still rubbing with this alcohol. You can rub a little hard with the alcohol, that works also. But there you go. So I have a nice clean. All right, we are back. So as you can see, no glitter on my hands. In the front, the sides, no glitter. Probably already has some glitter on there. If I shake it, some's gonna come out the inside, but there's a bottom. I may go back and spray paint it, but so this one is completed. I'm just gonna clean out the top. Actually, it looks pretty good. I did a good job keeping it covered, but I'll just wipe it out with a little alcohol on paper towel, not cotton balls, because the cotton is just going to stick to your glitter. So we're just going to wipe this out. Just kind of clean this out. I'm going to take you to our very, very last step. Some glitter in the tray. I guess I could also use my there's a glitter coming out of there. My brush. Use my paintbrush. My paintbrush to clear it out. But the last step that I want to show you guys, I'm going to take my handy dandy Dixie cup. So I was calling them dental. I call them dental cups. And my best friend's like, nah, they're Dixie cups. Well, Dixie cup, dental cup. That's what I'm going to use. My little cup. Okay. We're going to take our Pledge. You can buy this at your local store. If you don't want to buy a large container, we will be selling small containers of Pledge on our site. So I'm just going to squirt a little bit in here, but you can purchase at your local store. I'm going to get my little handy dandy paintbrush. I like to use the paintbrush, the little fan paintbrush. I just want to make sure I'll clean all of my little concoction and everything out that's in there. Should have did that before I start recording, right? I have glitter everywhere. Okay, so I'm just going to take this and I'm just going to put some on my brush. I just dip my brush in there and I'm just going to paint it on. Can you guys see? I'm just going to paint it on. And it kind of helps give it a little glossy shine. This is the last step. I just try to paint, make sure those little white bubbles are gone. I love this little fan brush for this. Okay, so let's go do the back. Let's move this a little bit. You're gonna do the same process to your container, the little trays that go on the front. And I'm also, sometimes there are little white bubbles, so I'm trying to, those little air bubbles, rub those little bubbles out. but they go away. I use a lot of this. I don't try to be frugal with this one. I use it a lot. Okay. I don't really care about the drippage because it's so inexpensive to purchase. Just brushing out the little white bubbles. I don't know if you can see the little white bubbles. I don't think you can see them, but it's little white bubbles, little air bubbles. I'm just brushing those out. And you do, after your step, each step, you want to clean. Make sure you clean your brushes. Clean your brushes. I just keep a little thing of water by me and stick my brushes in water and cleans right out with water. Okay, so now to clean off the top, I just take my X-Acto knife and I just scrape the excess glitter off the top. So we kind of see how glitter is right on the top. And if it was evenly across the top, I would leave it, but it's not. It's kind of skipping space. Uh-oh, well maybe I should do it this way so you guys can see. Looking around to see what areas may need to be cleaned up. This top piece. Move my finger out of the way so I don't cut it. I don't know if you can see that. There you have it. I'm gonna put the sealer on the trays as well. We're gonna let this dry. It doesn't take the pledge. We're gonna take the pledge long to dry, 20 minutes or so. It should be ready to rock and roll. All right, guys, here is our finished product. Just gonna twirl this around so you can see all sides. There you have it. We're all done. Hey guys, thank you for sticking to the end. I know it was long, but thank you. I wanted to make sure I covered everything. So when you recreate this, please look us up on Instagram or Facebook, tag us in. We want to see those photos. Please feel free to drop them here on YouTube. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel so you can catch what's coming up next. And also, please go and follow us on Facebook under KandiSparklez is our business page. And we do have a group, so KandiSparklez Bling Boss Babes on Facebook. Thank you guys, and I'll see you next time.